Having the game start in media res was a brilliant choice. Last time we saw Kratos, he had completely destroyed all the Olympians and was lying in a pool of his own blood waiting to die. Now, he's in a different land with a new wife that had just recently died and a grieving son. There's so many questions to be answered, and starting this way does well to spark our curiosity. Only 10 seconds in, and we already feel how amazing this soundtrack is going to be. Not enough can be said about how beautiful and immersive it is. They really managed to capture the Nordic vibe. It's also great for face-stomping people. Might as well just add 20 wins already and get it over with.
The forest feels different now.
Everything is different, boy. Try not to dwell on it.
Santa Monica Studio speaking directly to its fans. Atreus has tattoos on his arm in Old Norse runes meaning strong arm, lucky arrow, and quick hand. Beautiful attention to small details. These graphics are on point, from the character movement to facial details to even the snowfall. Everything in this game moves as intended and looks good doing it. There are so many poignant moments like this throughout the game, perfectly scored. Atreus' innocence, Kratos' hesitation to comfort his son. It's moments like this that truly strike an emotional core and make you invested in the characters, adding 30 wins for all these moments throughout the game. Fuck it, another one for the soundtrack. This is the first game in the God of War series that you can hand-to-hand combat. While you'll probably use Leviathan Axe or Blades of Chaos instead, it's a wonderful and fun addition. Hand-to-hand combat really does serve a purpose too. You'll stagger enemies much quicker with your bare fists than you will with weapons, which is extremely helpful. The God of War series has always had amazing opening boss fights. This iteration continued that legacy. The fight with Baldur is intense and brutal in a way that only God of War can be.
Faye, what do I do? Our son is not ready to carry your ashes to the top of the mountain. I do not know how to do this without you.
We've seen Kratos show remorse plenty of times, but very rarely have we seen him be this emotionally vulnerable. Atreus is expertly woven into the combat. He never feels like a nuisance to the gameplay, and on the contrary, feels like a real help to defeating your enemies. It's a nice touch that Atreus has a separate skill tree. Speaking of combat, the movement and attacks are fluid, and the blending of cutscenes straight into the action is always nice to see.
Boy, over here.
It says his name is Hrungnir.
These shrines were a great way to teach us the stories of Norse mythology instead of plain exposition. Beautiful. The game is not exactly an open world, especially since the story itself is linear, but it's open world enough. The game map is big and there are a lot of places to explore. Dragons! One of the best things about the old God of War games was the sheer scale of it all. Never is the massive scale more evident in this game than this boss fight. The boss fights are all fun, as a matter of fact. Even the mini bosses, they have the perfect amount of difficulty and visual spectacle. Mimir is a genuinely amusing character and an excellent addition as a traveling partner. He adds a light comic relief to more serious Kratos-Atreus relationship. And he's the type of person you can listen to rabble on about Norse mythology for hours on end.
There's much about me I would not have him know.
So you value your privacy more than your son?
I'm going to cut off your head now.
Fair enough.
I made a funny!
Best not to judge, brother.
When I require your council head, I will ask.
Kratos calling Mimir simply head is worth 2 wins, honestly.
Mimir!
Round.
They call me Mimir! Smartest man alive. And I have the answer to your every question.
Why does the son of Odin hunt us?
Okay, there are a few gaps in my knowledge. Take these 2 worthless wankers and piss off! Oh. Hello, Freya. Been a long time. You look well. I'd bow if I could, Your Majesty.
The world serpent?
You wouldn't know it to look at him, but Jormungandr is a sparkling conversationalist.
Why is he doing that?
Odin had that statue made in honor of Thor. And seeing as the world serpent absolutely abhors the fat dauber. I've still got it, lads. He remembers me. Why, you... Oh, no, that's not right.
I have a plan.
You do?
Do not act so surprised.
This should be entertaining.
You did well.
Thanks.
The boy.
Just having a little fun, you big grump. Ah, yes, those blades will serve quite well in Helheim. Now, I believe I see a door to the realm between realms over there, in your own front yard, no less. Take the shortcut back to the realm travel temple, then on to Helheim, yeah? Well, this isn't right. But close enough.
I wish I'd known I was a god in Alfheim. I wouldn't have felt so bad about killing so many elves.
Well, I'm not sure that's the lesson. Well, this is most unexpected.
Why? What does it mean?
I haven't the foggiest. Isn't that unexpected?
Head.
Look, clearly that's Tyr.
Wait, what is happening?
He is bewitched not to speak of what he knows.
I am? I am! Oh, that's it precisely. I wonder how long that's been so. I'd have thought, brother, why don't you let the lad carry me for a while?
And let you miss this. No.
I'm not enjoying this. Oh, how can I be so nauseous without a stomach? Smells not as bad as I thought it'd be. Bit like heather ale fermenting. Rather pleasant, actually. Go ahead and lock in Jotunheim and we'll be on our way. Probably.
Let's hope this doesn't cause you to explode or anything.
Oh, hadn't considered that. Maybe we should talk about this a bit more.
Nah, I'm sure you'll be fine. Ready?
Lads, am I glad to see you. I believe I've reached my limit for dwarven charm.
What happened, Mimir?
They took an uncomfortable number of measurements and then proceeded to bicker about the weather.
Where do you want us to take you?
How about the warm confines of anywhere bloody else?
Finally home. Feels like a lifetime ago.
Bit drafty, maybe. It's a right improvement over having tree bark in your tadger.
He's pure gold, my friends. Damn! Kratos just knocked him through the space-time continuum into the Marvel Universe with that punch.
Welcome!
Athena. Get out of my head.
Absolutely chilling moment for any fan of the series. No matter how far you run, Kratos, you'll never be able to escape the past that haunts you.
There's nowhere you can hide, Spartan. Put as much distance between you and the truth as you want. It changes nothing. Pretend to be everything you are not. Teacher, husband, father. But there is one unavoidable truth you will never escape. You cannot change. You will always be a monster.
I know. But I am your monster no longer.
The moment we're all waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Cory Barlog. Thank you, Santa Monica Studios. Just thank you.
You will listen to me and not speak a word. I am your father, and you, boy, are not yourself. You are too quick to temper. You are rash, insubordinate, and out of control. This will not stand. You will honor your mother and abandon this path you have chosen.
Does anyone else want to call Kratos daddy right now, or? Zeus!
What are those runes in the corners?
Not runes. Symbols from different lands. They mean...
War.
Aye.
This just gets us too hyped for the future of the series. The top left symbol is Egyptian, the bottom left was used by the Japanese, the top right from Greek, and the bottom right is Celtic. Amazing!
Boy. Listen close. I am from a land called Sparta. I made a deal with a god that cost me my soul. I killed many who were deserving. And many who were not. I killed my father.
That was your father in hell. Is this what it is to be a god? Is this how it always ends? Sons killing their mothers? Their fathers?
No. We will be the gods we choose to be.
This is the real climax of the game. It's the moment where Kratos finally lets go of the darkness in his heart and steps into the light of the truth. Even though the truth is ugly, he faced it for his son.
You didn't know. She was a giant. I'm a giant.
The final reveal is incredible. It connects so much of the plot and the characters in the last moments of the story, and it does so without feeling cheap.
My name on the wall. The giants called me... Loki?
Atreus is Loki? Mjolnir! Thor! Kudos to Santa Monica Studios in taking a major risk in changing the game's style from hack and slash adventure to an RPG. They did it so well that even some of the most rabid doubters have yielded to its greatness. Story-wise, this is the best God of War has ever been. They added a layer of complexity to Kratos that we'd never seen before. With his son at his side, we really get to see a god emotionally humbled. He just seems like a single father desperately trying to do the right thing by his son the only way he knows how. No loading screens, no camera cuts. Seriously, the entire game being one complete and unbroken camera shot is not only an incredible technical feat, but it also creates a deep feeling of immersion in the game world. Truly masterful game design.
Finish him!
Hello, people of the interwebs. I'm your host, Kevin Martin, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please make sure you like and comment on this awesome video. You can also watch the Everything Wrong with God of War video by clicking here on this nice little button right there, and subscribe to keep up with all of our new vids. Keep an eye out for God of War in 5 minutes video later this week.